What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nighttime Nostalgia. I know it has been a while since I've done one of these, but, we get busy out here. Really, though, this last semester was fucking kicking my ass, so I did not have any time to make any Nighttime Nostalgia episodes. So, this is only the second episode of this year. I know we're kind of slacking, but hey, it is what it is. You're getting an episode. That being said, it is just a solo episode. It's just me, and I know that the solo episodes are not as entertaining as the group ones. I don't have my clowns with me, and I gotta come up with all this content off the dome myself. And I'm only one man. I can't do what a whole group can do. I'm not a comedic genius like Mop. Speaking of Mop, I was planning on doing this video with him actually when I first came up with this idea. So first of all, let me explain what this idea is. This is the former STC member tier list. So we're going to be taking former STC members and ranking them. Just totally dehumanizing them. And I thought Mop would be a good person to do this with, because he would be most likely the only other person in the group besides me to really have any decent recollection of everybody on the list. Like, obviously there are certain people on the list that everyone remembers, but I feel like Mop is the only person besides me in the group that would have a comprehensive knowledge of pretty much all these people. But so that's why I didn't want to have just someone else on here, because I feel like no offense, the other people may not be able to give as an informed opinion as Mop could on some of these people. That being said, I ended up deciding not to have Mop on for this episode because I need to get this. I'm gonna keep it real. I need to get this out soon because my backlog is running low. The Pokemon Moon parts, that backlog is running real dry right now, and after that, I don't have anything else to upload. So I needed to get this done, and I need something to upload, right? And fucking Mop, I don't only God knows what this nigga has been doing for the past week and a half. Who knows when the next time we'll get him on a group call is, let alone be able to have time for him to do a one-on-one call. So, this man moves in mysterious ways. I get it. That's why we love him. So, the comedic genius is not here to spice up this episode. It's just me. But I think that's going to be great, because that means that there'll be more of a reason, or that it'll be one more person who will have a reason to watch it, because he's not going to know what this video is. Like, if he just recorded it with me, he would know everything in here, right? So at least there's that. Like, it'll be inspiration for him and others who are not here to watch it. Hopefully. I don't know, maybe not. There's a lot of videos that other people aren't in, and those other people don't watch them. We got a lot of fake fans out here, but I know Mop isn't a fake fan. He's the truest of fans. Anyways, I saw that the tier lists were getting hot, and I said I need to do a tier list video, but I don't want to do the same ones that everyone else is doing. We've been doing tier lists a lot in STC these past few days, and we've done all the normal ones: soda, fast food, Pokemon, gens, whatever. But I wanted to do something special, specific to this series, something that would fit the theme of Nighttime Nostalgia, where we talk about the past of our friend group and whatnot. And I figured, what's something that I actually have that I could rank? First, I was thinking maybe years, but that's too hard. Ranking 2010 through 2019, that's way too hard. Maybe for another time. Maybe another episode of Tier Lists Are Still Hot in a couple months. I would definitely need some other people on here for that. But I came up with this idea, and I was like, hey, there's a lot of people that have either been kicked out of STC or left, and I think it might be interesting to do a tier list of that. So here we go. No one has ever done this before. Also, if you're asking why I'm not doing this on the tier list maker website, it's because to make your own template, you have to be able to log into the website. That wouldn't be a problem for me. I'd be willing to make an account on there, but I can't find a way to make an account on there without linking it to a Twitter. As you know, I have been banned from Twitter so many times. I don't have a Twitter to link it to. So we're doing this ghetto paint version, but it'll get the job done, don't worry. Alright, so what you might be asking now, what the fuck is the list looking like? Who are these people? So let me go ahead and pull it up. Boom. following list includes users who were noticeably a part of STC or some pre-STC variation of the Skype group, but either left or were removed from the group as of the recording of this video. And today is May 17th, 2019. The last person who was removed was Ben, and that was back in January of this year. So this list is recent, and it's comprehensive as far as I can think of. Like I said, they had to be noticeably a part of the group. These are pretty much all the people that stick out in my memory. I can't think of anyone else who really played a big part in it. In the Skype groups and stuff, obviously there were people on Zat and whatnot. And you know, before the schism occurred, watch the previous video on the 5 tribes if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is pretty much basically, if you trace the lineage of STC from like after the schism occurred, I think this pretty much encompasses everyone that was a part of it but isn't now. And I say some pre-STC variation of the Skype group because STC as a name wasn't actually used until November 2015, which you should know if you've been watching these videos. But there were obviously Skype groups, a very distinct lineage that evolved and eventually took that name. So these are people that were at some point in that. So we've got, I think we got like 16 people on this list, and I've just got them listed here in alphabetical order. So I'm just going to start with the obvious ones, or a couple of the obvious ones. We're going to put in the F2 here. Mox, PGM. Mox and PGM get Fs because they are by far the cringiest niggas to ever grace the face of the earth. I mean, that's really the only way I can sum it up. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it is. It's just the cringe. You just can't. Well, it's not just the cringe, because you could be cringy and get a higher rank than this if you had some other redeeming qualities, like, you know, intelligence. There's a lot of like super smart people, but that just lack social skills. But these guys don't even have that. Mox is fucking never set foot in a college, and PGM, I think he did a year at fucking college and then dropped out because he didn't fill out the FAFSA in time because he's a fucking retard. And I don't think he's been back since. I don't really know anything about PGM's life within the past couple of years because he's got me blocked on everything. And everything else, and everything is set to private, so even if I made like a new account or whatever, I couldn't see it. So his life is pretty much unknown at this point, so who knows, maybe he's turning it around. But even, and I'm not saying you got to be smart to go to college, by the way, or I'm not, well, yeah, that's true, you don't have to be smart to go to college, and you don't have to go to college to be smart, but these guys aren't doing anything with their lives, have accomplished nothing, frankly, and have given no indication that they have any potential to accomplish anything. And you know, they're also just not pleasant to talk to, really. Like, because of the cringe, like I said. And it's with both of them, they also have massive egos that accompany this cringe. If you were cringe with a bit of humility, that would be one thing, but these guys have cringe and they think they're the GOAT. like what the fuck? Alright, so Mox and PGM, those are obvious ones. Those are obvious F tiers. Big facts. I don't know how many people I'm gonna speak positively here, but I guess something else that I should say is that this is all relative. So if I put someone in S, that doesn't mean that they're flawless, because if they were flawless, they would still be in STC. What I'm saying is think of it as a bell curve. So like, and I'm not saying this is going to be a normal distribution. This is probably going to be really bottom heavy. We're probably going to have a lot of niggas in DNF. But if you think of this as like, you know, when someone curves a test, maybe that's a better way to think of it. Like, you know, if the highest grade's a 90, and you bump, you know, to get the average up or whatever, to get a better distribution, you know, you like bump the highest grade up from a 90 to 100. So it's like, you know, so someone here may only be 80% a decent human being, but that would make them the most decent human being on this list. So I would put them in S, which you would think you associate S with like 100%, right? You think that's like the A+. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to say that because, you know, obviously if they were S tier people, they truly, you know, in the grand scheme of things, S tier people, they'd still be an STC. But this is all relative to the people on the list. This is definitely considered within a vacuum, I guess you could say. So, the one guy I want to put up here in S is Lethal. I guess I should give some backstory too on when each person left. PGM left, or no, PGM was kicked out either July or August of 2016. Yeah, that sounds right. I want to say July, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was July of 2016 PGM got kicked out of STC. Then shortly after, like August or September of 2016, Mox was also kicked out. So that's how long it's been since they've been in the group. Lethal left around... Lethal wasn't kicked out. He left around the beginning of 2015. I remember he was around for Christmas of 2014, and then I think it was literally like New Year's Day or something like that. Lethal left like on January, like early January of 2015, or late December of 2014, or yeah, late December 2014, early January 2015, because I remember Cam was added by Mox on January 8th, 2015, and Cam was considered Lethal's replacement. So yeah, Lethal left shortly before Cam was added, which was January 8th, 2015. So that's how long it's been since I talked to him. That nigga hated my guts because of political disagreements. But when Lethal was cool before he became an SJW, he was fucking cool, dude. He was my bro. And honestly, Lethal's leaving of STC is probably like the one that really hurts me the most to this day. We were so close for a time. Like, he was probably like my closest guy on the internet back in, like, you know, 2013. Well, besides Cody, of course. But, you know, like, Lethal and I were just really close for a while. We liked the same music, like some of the same video games. We just clicked, you know. We just kind of clicked. It's something rare. It's, you know, it's like how I just click with Mop or just click with Cody. I had that same thing with Lethal for a while, and then, you know, that started to go away in 2014, and it just, like, dude, it just really fucking hurt. And then he left the group. And here's a little fun information. Around Easter of this year, he added Mop and I on Steam. Well, he added me on Steam. He may have already had Mop on Steam. I don't know. But he added me back on Steam. He had me added on Steam. Then he, like, blocked me. But then he added me back around Easter. Then I sent him a message, and I was like, yo, I know who the fuck this is. And then he never said anything. He never responded. So it's weird. I don't know. I would really... Lethal, if you are somehow watching this, I would love to reconnect with you. You were my bro. And I know we had a ton of disagreements, and it got really heated between us sometimes, but I would just like to talk to you, you know, straight up, because Lethal was a bro. I really cannot say anything bad about Lethal other than he just had really shitty political opinions, and he was really bad at, like, just, I don't know, just defending them. Like, he was just really bad at engaging in any sort of dialogue about them. But, you know, at his peak, S tier member, one of my favorite members of all time, honestly. So Lethal gets S tier. LD, I would put LD in C. Actually, no. Shit, how do I erase? Fuck. I need an eraser. I had already clicked off of it, so I couldn't backspace. All right, I'm actually gonna be generous with it. I'm gonna put her in B because she was cool, you know. LD was very talented. Oh, another thing about Lethal is he was also pretty talented because, like, you know, he wasn't like a super, like, great musician or anything like that, but although he did play the bongos pretty well. Those who know that this man could play some bongos. But Lethal was just fucking funny to me, at least. Like he was hilarious to me. So I consider comedy a talent. LD also incredibly talented, great musician and great graphic artist. Has done a lot of great commissions, and that talent definitely made her somewhat pleasant to be around. But here's the thing, she's incredibly cringy, like super cringy. What she has in talent, she also has in cringe, and then some. She's a furry. We don't like furries around here. She's a fat woman. We don't like fat women around here. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water. That's another thing about not having co-hosts, is my sips of water are always very awkward. But I'm still take my sweet ass time with them and not be like fucking Marco Rubio. Fucking you guys know the clip I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, LD, when did she leave the group? Dude, I don't know. She just kind of vanished. She literally just kind of fucking vanished and no one really noticed. I remember her being around in 2015. I don't think she was ever in any of the Shit Talk Central videos on the actual channel. So I think she probably left during... let me think. She probably left during the summer of 2015, I would say. Because I remember her being around then, because I remember her being around for the Mox, the Mox Truth or Dare saga. She was there for that, but she wasn't around for the STC videos, like when the channel actually came up. I don't think she was in any of the videos. So, she left sometime between June and November of 2015. I don't think she was kicked out. Because I didn't kick her out, and Mop didn't kick her out, and Lou definitely didn't kick her out. I think those were the only people that had admin privileges at that time. So yeah, I think she just left, and it was somewhere within that time frame. I'm sorry I can't give a better time frame on that. Maybe someone else can, but that was the last that I really talked to her. We had an encounter with her on Twitter back in like 2017, I think, where Cam fucking basically made fun of her, and then she went and started talking shit about me on her fucking private Twitter. Shit was really fucked up. That was mad sus. But yeah, she was super cringe, also talented, but also fat, and also a woman, and also a furry, and also just standard Tumblr liberal type. And she was also like, alright, here's something nice I can say about her. She had a very high tolerance for my bullshit. She had a very high tolerance for my bullshit, at least when she was around. Like, she could just talk to me when I was being a fucking asshole. like she's totally not the troll type, but she was always like she always found our trolling antics amusing, I guess. Or maybe she didn't. She was just too much of a pussy to say anything. I don't know, but either way, she was all right to be around. Like, I was never like, oh my gosh, this bitch, I can't stand talking to this bitch. No, she's done things like that fucking furry unboxing video that are just like, holy shit. Like, wow, I can't believe I talked to this person. But in terms of my actual interactions with her, they were pretty much all pleasant until that one in 2017, which I think was like the last time I ever talked to her or had any interaction with her, really. So what do we got here? That's LD. Who do I want to do next? Some of these are going to be really hard. I'll do Brad. Brad gets a D. Brad, highly cringe, but I won't put him in F with Mox and PGM, simply because Brad did have some redeeming qualities. Not many, but a few, at least in my mind. Yeah, we related a bit. We liked a lot of the same bands, and you know, I could have a conversation with Brad, you know. The thing is, though, the dude's so cringe. You're going to notice a common theme here. So Brad was kicked out of STC, and, well, it's kind of complicated because he was gone for a while. I don't remember how it happened, but he was gone for a while. I know he was around, like, for the beginning of 2015. Then he just kind of disappeared somewhere along the lines. Kind of like LD, just kind of disappeared somewhere. But I remember he was added back during the summer of 2016. This was like June or July of 2016. He got added back to play some Pokemon Showdown with us, because that's when we had our tournaments going on. And then he got kicked from that very quickly by Mop. Oh, I guess I should also say who kicked who. I kicked Mox, I kicked PGM, Mop kicked Brad, and LD and Lethal just left. So, Brad got kicked by Mop. Dude, Mop hated Brad so much. Like, way before I even hated Brad. Like, I used to kind of like Brad before I realized how cringy he was. Mop consistently hated Brad, dude. It was disgusting how much this man hated Brad. It was crazy. So, yeah, there was that. Yeah, basically there was no real like blow up or anything that made us that made Mop kick him. It was more just like, yeah, I don't want this nigga around here, like, because he's just cringe. Like, he would fucking act like he was a badass for getting drunk and shit, and he would type like super exaggerated in the chat. It's like, all right, nigga, unless you fucking about to die from alcohol poisoning, you ain't typing like that. It's obviously exaggerated. His voice is annoying as shit too. So I mean, that's also a pretty common thing. Mox and PGM have very annoying voices, but in different ways. With PGM, it's definitely the nasaliness. I think PGM probably has the worst voice on the list, by the way. PGM and Mox, though, it's really the southern accents. They're just so strong and so terrible. It's awful. Brad didn't have a southern accent. He was from Virginia, but not like a hick part of Virginia. He was from a yuppie part of Virginia or some shit. And Brad's voice was just gay. Like, just sounded like a gay guy. And it was pretty annoying. And he was always whispering. It was very weird. It was very creepy. So yeah, that's Brad. He's not totally irredeemable like Mox and PGM, but he was pretty bad, and I definitely am glad that he's not in the group anymore. Oh, and he's also probably a pedophile. There's that too. We won't get into that though. So maybe he should be F, but I'll be generous and keep him in D. So who do I want to do now? Damn, these are hard, dude. Fuck. I'll put... Oh, man, this is hard. I'll put DD2 in D. I'm kind of inclined to put him in C, though. So here's the thing with DD2. DD2 got kicked from the group. Actually, no, he didn't. He left. DD2 left the group on election night of 2016. So, like, November 8th, November 9th. I don't remember if it was November 9th yet, but he left that night. The night that Trump got elected. Because he was just so pissed. At that point, he was the only liberal in the group. He was the last standing liberal in STC. So shout out to him for that. But he didn't get kicked. He just straight up left. He rage quitted. But you know, if I had seen the messages before he left, I would have kicked him myself. So it's kind of like, you know, he was kind of like, you can't fire me, I quit. You know, but he was just popping off, saying the dumbest shit. DD2 might be the dumbest person on this list. Like, I don't know. Nah. I might take that back. I might have to retract that. There's some dumb motherfuckers on this list. But DD2 is incredibly retarded. Probably has an IQ of about 80. Has done a lot of really cringy stuff. But also, to balance it out, the reason that I'm inclined to put him in C is that he has done a lot of really funny shit. He was very funny. His stupidity was the kind of stupidity that allowed him to just not give a fuck. And he did a lot of funny shit as a result of that. Now, that being said, his comedy is his only talent. His music is fucking terrible. He sucks at rapping, like, really bad. He really thinks he's gonna make it, I think, but it's just not possible. And another reason I put him so low is he's just a giant pussy, dude. He is a fucking pussy. Like, he will literally say shit like, "Oh, pull up." He literally gave us his fucking address, and he's like, "Oh, pull up." It's like, bro, you're only giving us that address because you know none of us live anywhere near you, and like we're not gonna waste the time and money to pull up. And it's also like, if we did, you know, that nigga, like, he was literally saying like, "I will beat the shit out of you, IRL." It's like, you know, if we pulled up, he would literally just be like, "Bro, get off my property. I'm calling the cops." Like, you're. And another thing, he really thinks he's hood. That's another. You may have already deduced that because he's so retarded. He thinks he's fucking hood. And to be fair, he's not just some white kid. He's Dominican, I think. But man, he really thinks he's hood. But you know, he gave us his address, so I, being me, out of curiosity, looked it up on Google Maps. He lives in a nice little suburb. He lives in a nice little fucking suburb with fucking picket fences, and it's like, whatever, man. So yeah, that's DD2. He's a bitch, and he's a fucking. I don't even know if I can call him liberal because I don't think he knows what he is. He just. Because he would also, one of the funniest things he ever did was when this rant he went on about how he was gonna like kill all these gay people who hang out at a park near his house. He was literally saying, "I'm gonna go to this park and kill every gay person I see," and like, that was hilarious. But then he'll turn around from saying shit like that, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I fucking like Hillary Clinton just because Trump is racist." Like, what? Shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. You don't know what you believe. Your IQ is 80. In a better age, you would have been shot for even discussing politics, and yeah, you really just don't know shit. So that's DD2. Oh man, this is hard. Oh, did I not scratch off Brad? How many have I done? 6. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's right. I got 10 left. Alright. This is hard, man. I'm gonna give Lou an A. So my reasoning for giving Lou an A, I guess I should give Lou's backstory, which is very depressing. So Lou stopped getting online actively toward the end of the summer of 2016. I remember Mop and I had a call with him in August of 2016. And at that point, his activity had already started to decline. And he was just like, yeah, you know, I just got a lot of shit going on, I guess. I don't know. But, and then his activity really declined after that. Interactions became very sparse with him. He would only, yeah, and you know, activity in the group chat had started to decline in general at that point because school had just started up. So it was kind of like, okay, this is kind of understandable, but it was still very worrying that he wasn't even typing in the group chat. And he would come on every now and then, like he came on like maybe 2 times and would type something in the chat. And ironically, Ben was the only person ever online. So I can see why Lou was hesitant to come back on, because I wouldn't want to spend time alone with Ben either. But for some reason, every time Lou came online, which was not often, but it was always that Ben was the only one online for some reason. I guess Lou just chose really bad times. Then Lou had one call with us, and this was during March of 2017. He had one call with us in all of 2017. It's March 2017 during my spring break. After that, he popped into chat maybe once or twice after that. and it was like for the rest of 2017 he was basically dead. And then in 2018 we discovered something disgusting, that basically Lou had been reaching out to Mox, the guy in the F tier. So keep in mind, Lou, this whole time, was technically still an STC member. He was still in the group, and he would still, you know, a couple times a year, pop in and say something in the chat. So, you know, you could maybe say that he left in 2016 just by his silence. You know, his silence was deafening, as they say. But I like to think that he was still part of him was still an STC member up until this point. And there was a time, and this was like March or April of 2018. Lou came online and said something in the STC Skype chat. He said like one word. He said like "what's up" or something. Or no, he said like, I forget what it was. It was like, "I was here." I think that was the message. And then Ben was like, "What's up?" And then Lou went offline because Ben was the only one online. I'm not even making this up. So then we were like, "Oh, that was interesting." We go and look at the same day. So do you guys remember the Nighttime Nostalgia episode titled Mox's Style? You remember that video? So we go and we look at the comments on that video one day. This is like a month or so after Blue had contacted us, if you can even call his shitty fucking attempt to contact. We go and we see, and he left a nice comment on Mox's video. He's like, "What's up, Mox?" or some shit like that. I could probably pull it up right now. I'm gonna pull it up right now just so I'm not putting words in his mouth. Oh shit. I'm so used to clicking at the pause it, I didn't know that it didn't autoplay anymore. Alright, here we go. This fucking garbage video. Likes and dislikes obviously disabled. Ooh. Look at this. "Miss you, Mox. Miss you, Mox. Miss you, Mox." And then he says, "Do you got Discord or some shit?" Lou says, "I don't, man. I'm kind of MIA with internet right now. Maybe someday in the future I'll live once more." So at least he's not trying to get on Discord with Mox. But he's saying, "Miss you, Mox." He's saying nice things about Mox. Keep in mind, Mox had been kicked out in 2016. This comment, 2018. Lou, although his activity very sparse, he had been on a couple times within the span of, or after Mox had been kicked out. Within the span of Mox getting kicked out to making this comment, Lou had been online. We had explained to him that Mox is out. We don't like Mox. He's terrible. He fucking used us. He saw us as nothing but fucking tools that he could use. And Lou comes and he says he misses him? Hello? So as soon as I saw this comment, I kicked Lou out. This was probably like May of 2018. And yeah, I said, "Fuck Lou." Shit, if I log into Skype right now, I can probably pull up the message. I can get you the exact date. Hold on, we're doing this. And I know I'm really going in on him right now, but I'm gonna say some nice things, don't worry. Alright, here we go. Where's Lou? Dude, I fucking hate new Skype. Are you this shit signed me out? I hate new Skype. What the fuck? Lou. Oh, would you look at that? I was right on the money. It was May 4th, 2018. You have been removed from STC on 5/4/18 at 12:30 a.m. EST. Reason: communications with Mox, saying you missed him on his shitty Gen 2 video. You may appeal this removal at any time. We know you've been gone for a long time, so we can excuse ignorance. Also, deadass mad the one time he came online this year was when I was asleep. He still has the Ben ready for Hillary icon. That's how fucking, oh shit, what did I just click? That's how long it's been. I mean, to be fair, no one gets on Skype anymore. But hey, that's how it was. He has not reached out to appeal his removal at any time. Although he did recently message Mop, wouldn't you know it? Fact right here. Big breaking news. Lou and his girlfriend, his longtime girlfriend, who he was dating since 2016, recently broke up. And of course, shortly after that breakup, he then decides to send Mop a message. Granted, he didn't send him anything important, but it's very nice to know that Mop would constantly get left on red when Lou was dating this bitch, and now he's reaching out to his old boy again. Keep in mind, Lou and Mop were super close back in the day. Like when me and Cody were chilling, they were chilling, like straight up. That's how close they were. And now Lou doesn't even talk to him. He leaves him on red. I've seen it with my own eyes during the meetup. Left him on red. So yeah, that's Lou. So he's a bitch. But the reason I like Lou, I genuinely, the reason I'm ragging on him so hard is because it really does suck that he became so inactive, because I genuinely thought that he had he added a good dynamic to the group. He had a nice personality. He had very strong opinions like me, and we often butted heads. But that's just how it is. He also had fucking terrible opinions. I just want to say that. Lou and I actually hated each other for a long time. Like, Lou hated me, hated my guts. I think I've talked about this in a video before, so I won't go too in detail, but man, he really hated me for like in 2013 and a little bit of 2014. He really hated me, man. But then we actually ended up getting pretty close. Like from all of 2015 and all of 2016, like Lou and I were cool. Like, we liked each other. So I think that he added an interesting dynamic to the group. He was also definitely very normie, which is a good and bad. And I don't know, man. For some reason, like, I can't think of anything I really like about Lou. Like, he didn't have any crazy talents or anything like that. But I don't know, I just have a lot of fond memories hanging out with him. And that's how it is. He was an okay person when he wasn't being a fucking asshole. Oh, and he was also just like, I don't know, the thing with him being the type of person who has a lot of strong opinions is that he doesn't have a lot of knowledge to back it up. It's one thing if you're like me, where you're just a straight up genius and you can back up your very strong opinions, but he didn't have the knowledge, And yeah, that's kind of why we butted heads a lot, and why we really didn't like each other for a long time. But it was also, I don't know, I think eventually we just came to a point where we mutually respected each other, and we found a lot of things that we actually had in common. And yeah, we were cool for the end of his internet career, I would say. So I miss him. I would like for him to come back, but only if he is willing to renounce Mox and the Cringe Lords. I don't know if he's willing to do that. I think he's got his rose-colored glasses on. I think he looks back on his days with them with too much nostalgia. And if that's the case, so I don't care. STC is thriving. We don't need him. But if he would like to come back, I would be open to the idea of him coming back. I will say that. Basically, you got to be an A or S for me to be open to you coming back. That's basically what it is. And I think Lou makes that cutoff. All right, real quick, I'm gonna turn my fan on because it's getting kind of hot in here. Alright, so who are we doing next? Let's scratch Lou off. Should I just start going in alphabetical order? I don't really know. Yeah, I'll do Alice. I would put Alice in C, I guess. I'm trying to think if I should. I don't know if she should be C or D. I'm gonna put her in C. Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe. I don't fucking know. She's either C or D. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think on this one. I guess I'll put her in C. Maybe. I'll put a question mark next to it. Maybe we can come back. Maybe I'll change my mind. If I've got too many people in C, I'll move her to D. The thing with Alice is, so she was kicked out of the group in early 2016, like around February 2016, I would say. The thing with Alice is so she can be pleasant to be around. She can very much be pleasant to talk to, and she can hold a somewhat normal conversation. But here's the thing, like you'll be talking to her, and then just out of nowhere she'll just hit you with like some totally off the wall shit that's like totally like inappropriate, I guess. Like she'll just hit you with some really depressing personal fact about her life in a totally normal conversation. Like let me pull up. She recently reached out to me on Skype, and you'll see what I'm saying. Like, here we go. See, so she's like, you can have me on Discord, and she's like, I use a new nickname nowadays due to my ex kind of used to stalk me with the, like, what the, like, you could have just said, by the way, I'm going by a new nickname. Like, why you gotta hit me with this super personal shit? How much combo do I have with her? Damn! Yo, did Skype delete? No. Did Skype delete old combos? Or was that on another Skype? Tell me that was... I don't want to believe... Dude, did Skype delete old combos? Cause I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, I'm pulling up the STC chat. I apologize if anyone sees any ranted shit in here. How far back can I go? Dude, never mind. It's not gonna let me. Dude, new Skype sucks. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna fuck with this later. But if we lost so much history, cause I had more with her. I had the message. I literally had the messages with her, like, from 2016, from the day that I fucking kicked her out, and she literally was like, thank you, because she was just spurging out really hard, because there was some drama going on in the chat. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was me arguing with Mox, and she was just spurging out super hard over it, so I just fucking removed her, because she was like, ooh, this is setting off my anxiety, so I just fucking removed her, and then never added her back. Yeah, she was in a couple STC videos. She's in the famous Mox Watches MLP video over at Mox's Life TV. So she was around for some good moments, and you know, she was like I said, I don't think she's a terrible person or anything like that. And I do think that she can be pleasant to be around, but it's really just hard to talk to her because she's always trying to whip out some depressing shit on you, and she also still does really cringy shit. Like she would be like hitting you with XD:3 unironically in 2016. I'm not about that life. So yeah, that's right. I think she's just kind of stuck in like 2011 or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what her deal is. But yeah, I kicked her out. Not really because I hate her or anything, just because I just couldn't deal. I just couldn't deal with like the anxiety spurginess, I guess. I don't know. Or I really don't know how to describe it. It's hard. She just wasn't a good fit for the group. I'll put it that way. I don't have any hard feelings toward her, but damn, definitely not a good fit for STC. I just realized I've had my headphones in this whole time, and I have not been playing any music. I'm gonna play some music halfway through the fucking video. I'm gonna play some Shotgun Willie. I recently discovered this guy, and by recently I mean like 2 days ago, and everything he's ever made is fire. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that in the background to fill in the void of just me talking. Am I still recording? Yeah. Alright. So we got Ben. Should I do Ben? Dude, I really don't know how I would rate Ben. I'm scared this is gonna overpower my voice. I didn't test audio levels beforehand. Test. Alright, my audio levels are good. Alright, should I do Ben or should I do Eric? Those are the two most recent ones. So I just want to say I would not put anyone else in F. Mox and PGM are the only Fs. I'm gonna put VG in B. VG could potentially be A if he had not viciously lashed out at me on Twitter last year. And he was pissed at me for no reason. No good reason, at least. So, the backstory of VG is, he is an OG. He was literally like one of the first people I talked to on the Aurora Virus chat. I've known him for a hot minute. So, VG left STC in November of 2016, I think. Either November, December? I want to say it was November 2016. I think that's correct. It was like right before my finals, I think. So I think it was November 2016. He just left. No one kicked him out. I would have never kicked him out. I genuinely liked VG. I would put him in A if he hadn't fucking desecrated my opinion of him with my most recent interaction with him, which was last year on Twitter. Whenever I make a new Twitter, whenever I have to because I've been banned, or when I did do this, I don't even try to ban the bait anymore. I just don't go on the website because the website sucks dick now. But this was last summer when I was still trying to hold on to Twitter, and I made a new account, and whenever I do that, I'm not blocked by anyone. It's a fresh account, so I go and tweet at the people who had me blocked on the previous account, and VG was one of those people. I reached out to him, and I don't even remember what I said. Oh no, I remember. I was using Pokemon Go gifts to dox him. That's what it was. So he had been... I just realized how crazy that sounds. He had been sending me Pokemon Go gifts because I added him on Pokemon Go, and he didn't know who I was. So eventually he put it together after this because I asked him, hey, do you work at Sam's Club or Winco Foods? Because I had narrowed it down by looking at the gifts he was sending me and like putting those into Google Maps and shit. So he then was like, why would I tell someone like you that information? And he removed me on Pokemon Go after this, which really sucked because I really do need those gifts on Pokemon Go, guys. I do. And we had a good streak going, and I'm really sad that I'm not going to get any more experience from that. But anyways, he was basically just fucking pissed at me. And here's the reason. When he left in 2016, I told him on Twitter that it was just like, that we were basically watching him because of that. Because it just totally came out of left field. His activity had declined quite a bit in the chat from the summer. He was very active in the summer and hadn't been very active from like September onward. Now, he wasn't in school. I don't know if this guy has ever stepped foot on a college campus, but I just thought, you know, the activity in the chat has declined in general. Maybe he's found other things to occupy himself with. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, and he would still talk every now and then. It wasn't like Lou where he just straight up disappeared. He would talk every now and then. It was just less activity. But then, it just out of nowhere, he just straight up leaves in November without any explanation, without saying anything in the chat, without even saying goodbye. And then, we go and we're basically like, hey bro, what you doing? On Twitter I say this, and he's like, no hard feelings, just didn't feel the group was a good fit for me anymore. Which is like, I mean, it's up to you, man, if you really want to leave. I mean, like I said, I liked him. I wanted him to be in the group. I really did. I thought he was a very intelligent person. I do think that VG is an intelligent person in some respects. He has a very good, how would I phrase it? I think the way I would say it is he has potential to do something great. I really do think that. And, you know, he's got really good memory. He's able to just come up with, he's got ingenuity, and that's displayed in his Pokemon battles, I think. You go and watch VG the Savage, he would come up with really crazy strategies and stuff. So I do think he has some intelligence. Now, that being said, he has no social intelligence. Very, very, very little social intelligence and emotional intelligence. He really doesn't know how to handle his emotions, so when he gets angry, which isn't often, I will say. I think he has a decent amount of patience. He's no saint or anything, but he's not he's not like PGM where he has a terrible temper. But whenever something would get him mad, he had no idea how to handle it. And I made him mad on Twitter, and he fucking went off on me and basically said the reason he left the group wasn't because he didn't think it was just not a good fit or whatever. He left because he hated me and Ben, which I could understand hating Ben, but me? Man, I'm the GOAT, baby. So that really hurt me because I liked him, and I was always so nice to him too. I knew he was like the little autistic kid, but I also knew he was like the autistic kid that was really good at math. I don't know if he was actually good at math, that's just a meme. But he really did. He helped me out with my living decks when I was doing that in 2016. We bonded over that. Dude, he was a good shit talker actually. Like he really was a savage. But when you put him up against me, it's no competition. I fucked him up on Twitter. He rage quitted and blocked me. I got banned from his sister's Discord server. His whole family had me on lock. So that's VG. Kind of a depressing story. Very similar to Lethal actually. There's a lot of similarities with VG and Lethal, believe it or not. They both just left out of the blue. Lethal didn't say anything. I should have mentioned that. There was no goodbye. Nothing from Lethal. He just said fuck it. And then proceeded to block me on everything. So, VG, very similar. And both people that I had a lot of respect for really liked at one point. Now, you may be saying, Willie, why are you going to dock VG for hating you, but not Lethal? Well, that's because Lethal was up front with it, at least. Granted, I wish that he would have talked to me more, and I wish that he would have actually got down and dirty with me and fucking went in on our problems like fucking men. But he did it to an extent. Whereas VG, there was nothing. He literally just lived a fucking lie. And I don't respect that. I don't respect liars. That's the one thing that pisses me off more than anything is liars. VG is a pussy ass liar. So, boom. Alright, who do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. We're getting there, boys. I don't know who to do next. We're really getting into the difficult stuff now. Basically, I don't know shit about these 5. I'm gonna keep it real. But Eric and Ben are also hard to do. Oh, my back. Alright. I'm gonna jump in on it. I'm gonna do... Damn, this is hard. Fuck, this is hard. I'll put Eric in C. Eric is... We've got a whole episode on him. I don't want to spend too much time on him. He got added to the group January of 2018. Got removed from the group July of 2018. Lasted a whole 6 months. I personally knew him since 2011, but he wasn't really fucking around in the group. I just kind of knew him through Cody prior to adding him to STC. And the 6 months he was in STC were very weird. It was very much like he communicated with us a lot before he got into STC and expressed a lot of interest in being in STC. Like, he was talking to us the way that you would talk to a group that you're trying to get into. And then when I extended membership to him in STC, it was like as soon as he got in, from there on out, his sole goal in life was getting out of STC. It was very weird. He never wanted to be on call. He would always talk about doing hiatuses. We would have to hound him to record with Mop. It was literally just one thing after another with him. He always caused trouble. But the thing is, nothing that bad really sticks out in my mind about him. Like, now, yeah, there's a lot of bad things that stick out, but he's not like Mox or PGM bad. You know what I'm saying? Like with them, it's like if you mention Mox or PGM, like my stomach just like turns over and I just want to barf. I don't have that sort of visceral reaction when thinking of Eric, but I really do hate him. And just because he made me look like a fool, because I went up to bat for him and I said this guy would be a good fit for STC. He was engaging with our content. He was frankly sucking my dick on Twitter, and then he just made me look like a fool. That's the way it is, man. But you know, I do think sometimes he would have moments where a good personality would shine through. I know I don't think I never connected with him on the level that I did with, you know, Ethel, but so I can't put him that high. But at the same time, there were moments where I was like, this guy's cool. Even when he was in STC, when he was being a bitch, in between those moments, like if you go and watch like the first part of Ultra Moon that he recorded with Mop, he just seems like a normal person, like just a normal guy talking about Pokemon with his friend. And then there was the whole retraction bullshit with the fight I got in with his friend Junior. Junior now also hates Eric, so there's that. Congratulations, Eric, you fucking pussy. You tried to throw both of your friends under the bus, and now they both fucking hate you. So there you go. I hope you're enjoying anti-Twitter. The thing that really set it off for me is that after he got kicked out of STC, by me, by the way, he got kicked out in July by me, and then he sent all of his anti-Twitter friends after me, sent Nico Latte, very popular Twitter user, after me. Now granted, there was no direct action at first. They were talking shit about me behind private accounts, and then finally I managed to find like one reply from someone that I could tell was about me. It was in public, and I started hammering on that. This guy Armando, I started hammering on him. He was a pussy ass bitch who never said anything to me. He would never respond to me. Then Ben, who was friends with the people who Eric is friends with on Twitter, saw something about us, or something about Eric. No. Excuse me, I was wrong. He basically replied to someone about, and used Eric as an example for something. He was like, Eric Moon Knight in a nutshell or something. I don't remember what the tweet was that he was responding to. And then the guy that responded also knew Eric, because it was an anti-Twitter guy for these fucking weeaboo faggots on Twitter. And then he was like, what's up with that guy? Ben gave an explanation, and in Ben's defense, it was a very fair explanation. I thought, like, I'm not even saying this from a biased perspective, like, if I could shit on Ben right now, I really would, but Ben gave a very, like, fair account of what had happened with Eric. And then Nico Latte comes out of nowhere and just starts going in on us, and it was disgusting. I'm glad that Twitter banned him. Fuck you, Nico Latte. Fuck you, Eric. Now, here's my theory, though. My theory is that Eric... I don't know, should I go into this? My theory is that Eric wanted to get out because he didn't like Ben. And I think maybe if I reconnected with Eric and told him, like, hey, we don't like Ben anymore either, Eric might be more susceptible to being an STC. But I discovered a lot of personality flaws of his, independent of his not wanting to be in the group. He flips his opinions on everything way too much. He's really fucking, like, not smart. Like, he really might have a mental fucking problem. He has been struggling in community college for the past 2 or 3 years. Like, really struggling. I don't know. There's just a lot of issues with him. I wouldn't want him back in STC, but so he doesn't get to be up here, but I'm not gonna put him down here either. I don't think he's that terrible, even though he's terrible. But, oh, and also he is on Twitter. So the Eric Moon Knight Twitter got deleted. And, you know, I thought maybe he was just trying to get away from Twitter. Maybe he had finally acknowledged that he has a fucking Twitter addiction. Because he did, man. He was tweeting so much every day. And I thought maybe he realized he needs to buckle down and focus on school and not be tweeting so much. But Cam recently messaged Armando, a friend of Eric's, and got confirmation from Armando that Eric is still on Twitter, but the account is private, or maybe he didn't confirm it was private, but he did confirm that it was, like, he wasn't supposed to give out the URL. So that implies to me that maybe it's private. So Eric was not just getting off Twitter like an intelligent person. Rather, he is clearly very scared of STC. And he's got me blocked on everything. He has me blocked on Nintendo Switch. How the fuck? Anyways, that's Eric. What an exciting saga. Oh man. So we got a decent distribution going on so far. Who to do now? I'm going to put... so hard. I don't know where to put Ben, because the good moments with Ben were really good, but the bad moments were so bad. This is fucking hard, dude. That was a weird noise I just made. I'm gonna put Gaz in B. Gaz is another person who I had a lot of heated political debates with. This was back in 2012, during the 2012 elections. I had a lot of arguments with him. I'm sure we have both been further radicalized. I was center-right at that time. He was center-left. I think now he's far-left and I'm far-right. But it is what it is. We would probably go at each other's throats even harder now. But, you know, after we put the political beef behind us, you know, once the election had passed, Gaz and I were actually, like, pretty good. And way before that, too. Like, in 2011, Gaz and I were pretty close. We connected pretty well. And, you know, I never really had any issues with Gaz besides the political disagreements. And we both... I don't know if Gaz ever went on record or went public with this. Actually, no, he did. So, he did. So, Gaz and I both hated Mox. There was a period where we fucking both would just shit talk Mox so much in DMs, because this nigga, he had this podcast with Mox called the Mad Mox Cast, and Mox basically shoved Gaz to the side because of difference of opinion on what to do with the show, and Gaz got screwed over, and it was very sad to see. And yeah, Gaz really hated Mox because of that, and he was not afraid to voice that opinion, so I respected him for that. And we would shit talk Mox together all the time. It was great. That was back in like 2013. As for like being in the group, no one like ever really removed Gaz. He's another one just kind of fell out of existence. Somewhere along the transition to like a new Skype group or something, he didn't get added because he wasn't active or something, I guess. I don't know. The last time I really remember talking to him was probably 2013. After 2013, my communication with him was very sparse. My last Skype conversation with him was actually a political discussion. We were talking about feminism because he followed me on Tumblr, and I had mentioned... Wait, maybe this wasn't 2013. This may have been 2014. Let me think. No, I think this was like late 2013. That sounds about right. I wonder if Skype deleted this combo. Yep, they did. Fuck me, dude. I know it was on this computer, too. So I think it was like late 2013. The last conversation I had with Gaz was about, he is a feminist, or he was a feminist at that time. I assume he still is. I am very anti-feminist. It is probably my least favorite thing in the world, and we had a discussion about that. And that was the last discussion I think I ever had with Gaz. I think that was 2013. I don't really know what happened to him. Also, I'll mention this because I know Mop would mention if he was here. Gaz really had a thing for Mop's sister. It was very weird. So, he gets docked a little bit for that. But shout out to Gaz for recording the infamous Mop and Willie Are High video from 2011. Good times. I hope that none of you have ever subjected yourself to that video, but I know that's not the case. Sierra, Sam, Evan, Italo, Ben. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Sierra in D. Now, my interactions with Sierra weren't a lot. I basically only interacted with him for like 2013, maybe a little bit of 2012, like late 2012 into the year of 2013. Those were my interactions with Sierra, and we fucking hated each other. We despised each other. And I think he just left. Like, I think he just, like, exiled himself from the group. Actually, yeah, he left. He wasn't removed by anyone. He just left. So, Sierra was someone who Mox met on the Cat33 Pokemon forums, victoryroad.net or whatever the fuck it was. The one where Mox LARPs as a furry. And then Mox, of course, brought him in. Thought he was cool. Brought him into his recordings. In 2013, Mox, Sierra, LD, and I. Look at that. That's a lot of cringe. That's a lot of cringe. We started the 4-way gold, silver, crystal randomizer playthrough together on Mox's channel. Sierra ended up dropping out of that because he was quote-unquote too busy with school. Really, he just hated me. I don't know. He probably was busy with school. I'm not going to deny that. But a big part of it was that he didn't want to work with me anymore. Sierra then got replaced with Cody. And then Cody and I ran that LP into the fucking ground. Mox fucking hates Mox hated Cody before Mox even hated me. Mox really hated Cody, and it was so funny having him in there, dude. We fucked with Mox so hard, but that's besides the point. Sierra was just a bitch to work with, dude. I feel so bad for anyone that has ever had to work with Sierra. Now, that being said, there were some times where I feel that I was way too hard on Sierra. Most of these people, I think I was appropriate in my amount of harshness. With Sierra, I think sometimes I really was too hard on him. Like, I would literally just, like, argue with everything he said. Sometimes, like, I would be way too much of a dick to him. But I do think that his personality belongs in D, because he's got the massive ego. His voice is very gay. He's a complete control freak. Which is why him and Mox clashed a lot, actually. Mox and him working together. So Mox and Sierra were very cool with each other. They really liked each other until they started working on projects together. Because they're both control freaks. So it was just them constantly fighting for control while I was just sitting there trolling the fuck out of really both of them. And then LD was just in the corner like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? It was a great time. So yeah, I'm gonna put Sierra in D. Now, you know, really, I feel like I should be transparent. In 2015, I sent Sierra an apology on his Tumblr, just basically apologizing for what I had done to him in the past. Because like I said, I do think I was too hard on him at times. He never responded to it, which is fine. I didn't send it wanting a response, but I don't know if he ever actually saw it or not. Like, but I just want to point out that I did make the effort. I haven't heard this song, actually. How did I miss this one? Right. So, Sierra, not a fan, but I did apologize. But I never want to talk to him again, to be honest. So we've got 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, 12. Yeah, we're on track. Alright, we're getting there. We're 3/4 of the way done, right? Or did I just do terrible math? No, I did terrible math, right? No, that's 3/4. 12 out of 16 is 3/4. I'm sorry. It's a summer, bitch. We don't do math up in here. Alright, so we got Sam, Evan, Italo, and Ben. Like, we're getting down to the hard one, boys. Alright, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick and then go take a piss to clear my mind, and I will come back with a rating for you all to see. Alright, are we back? I believe we're back. Shit. Alright, I have a rating to deliver to the people. And Mop is not going to be happy with this rating. I'm very sorry, Mop. But I'm putting Evan at B. The man Evan Fire 30. A classic, a vintage, a throwback. Why do I put Evan at B? So Evan was good friends with Lethal, and I could see why. They had a lot of similarities. Why did this just get loud all of a sudden? I must be retarded. Maybe I'm just hearing shit. So Evan had a lot of similarities with Lethal, and I connected with him, but not at the same level that I did with Lethal. But it was very fun. Like sometimes I would play TF2 with Lethal and Evan, and those were really fun. Like through. Sometimes I would play. I played a ton of Saints Row the Third with Lethal. I don't remember if Evan ever joined that session, but he was in some of the calls, and you know we've got some great Evan moments especially from 2012 during the ISPP days. Evan was the GOAT during those days, man. He was hilarious. That's the thing for Evan, man. He was just fucking funny. He had a great sense of humor, I feel. But the reason that I say Mop would not be happy with this rating is because Evan was very ruthless to Mop at times and did not appreciate Mop's sense of humor. And Mop is a comedic prodigy. It's a shame that Evan couldn't appreciate this, because frankly Evan was good, but he could have learned a few things from Mop. So it's that, but I was not aware of that going on at the time. And you know, that was a long time ago, so it can kind of be forgiven. Kinda, just because that was so long ago that he was, you know, being a dick to Mop. It's like, I was a dick to a lot of people. There were a lot of people who were dicks to me back then, and I just think that, like, you know, I'm not going to hold that against. I mean, some of them I do, because some of them continue to be dicks to me. But there were some that were just like, yeah, shut up, kid. And it's like, you know, yeah, I was a kid. Yeah. But with Evan, he got into really weird shit toward the end. He left a little bit before Lethal, so he left sometime in 2014. I think it was like, I'm trying to remember. Let's see. It wasn't the beginning of 2014, because I was already dating Bree. I remember. I don't know why I remember that. No, I do remember, because it must have been like, it was sometime like after August of 2014, because I remember I had started my junior year of high school. I think it was honestly like November of 2014 that Evan left the group. That sounds about right. Yeah, no one kicked him out, he just left. No one really had any problems with him, besides Mop, I guess. But he got into some really weird shit, like really extreme furry fucking porn. Even though he was supposedly asexual, you go on his Tumblr and there's like furry dicks and shit on there. It was very weird. And so of course, you know, the SJW shit followed. But he didn't argue with me like Lethal did. Evan just became quiet. No, actually, was Evan asexual? I know Lethal was. I don't know if Evan was. Evan may not have, because I remember Evan had a boyfriend. Before he left, he like introduced us to his boyfriend at some point. Very weird. Evan was very weird. Evan went very weird. I would not want him back, just because fucking weird ass nigga. And now I know that, you know, he was a dick to Mop, which maybe now he would get along with Mop, but I don't know. But you know, I put him up high just because there were a lot of great moments, like the math thing with the what's 7 minus 7, like that shit. That was hilarious. Pretty funny guy, and I had a lot of good times with him in Lethal, so I put him in B. Alright, I'm gonna put Italo in C, just because I don't know much about Italo. Now, Italo left. He just kind of fell off the internet. This is another instance where no one really kicked him out. The thing with Italo is, I don't have any negative memories of him. Or at least, like, my interactions with him, and when he was active on the internet, I always had just a neutral or positive opinion of him. We didn't talk a ton. We talked some in 2010 on the AV chat. Maybe a little on that too. I don't really remember. And then, there were some other times just throughout the years that we talked. But it was always kind of like he was just always there, and I never really connected with him on a super deep level. But at the same time, I don't have any terrible like views on him. The last time that I remember seeing him around online was in 2014. This is probably like early to mid 2014. Yeah, that sounds right. Like early to mid 2014. And then after that, he just disappeared. He left the group and just like never was seen around again. But I do have it on good sources that he is gay, so that automatically loses him some points for me. So we do not like those people around here. He was also black, I think, so he loses points for that too. No, he can't control that, but he can control being a faggot, and we don't like those. So I put him in C. I don't have a strong opinion on him. Fuck. There we go. Oh, right, we've only got 2 more left? Really? 1, 2, 5, 8, 12. Alright, we've only got 2 more left. Ben and Sam. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do Sam, so that way I can leave Ben, the most recent, for last. Sam... I've also... Ooh, actually, I don't know.
And all of a sudden, I was downloading this thing, and
this is a classic. Sam... Fuck it, D. I hate Sam. I really fucking hate Sam. So during the ISPP days, I actually had some really good times with Sam, I think. Or rather, he was around for some good times. I wouldn't say that he was ever the center of those good times, though, but he had some funny moments. I was never super close with him, though. And then there was a part in Mox's Pokemon Platinum series that he was doing in 2013, where we talked about the Trayvon Martin shit that was going on at that time, and both Mox and I agreed in that video that basically Zimmerman didn't deserve to be prosecuted. He acted in self-defense, and this triggered Sam massively. So think of this: Sam was around for the ISPP days. Then after the ISPP days, he kind of went inactive. Like once ISPP sort of died, Sam also kind of died, which I was fine with because toward the end of the ISPP days, Sam and I started to have a lot of arguments. And these were also partially because of my arguments with Lou. He saw me arguing with Lou, and he took Lou's side in pretty much every argument. I guess he just had a fucking boner for Lou. So Sam and Lou hated me at the time. And then basically Sam disappeared for a while. But then the Trayvon Martin thing came up, and just out of nowhere he comes at Mox like, "You're fucking racist, you're a piece of shit," and there was this massive argument in the comments on that video, which has since been deleted because Mox deleted everything that has anything to do with me on his channel, unfortunately. But then it was funny because Lou, the guy that Sam used to always side with, Lou ended up siding with me and Mox in that argument. And really, Sam did not have anyone. The only person who sided with Sam was fucking Soroside. And if I could put Soroside on this list, he would be D. But Soroside was never actually really in the group. He was just some random fucker always on the side on Twitter talking shit because he's a bitch-ass autistic weeaboo faggot. And I'm very fortunate that I never really interacted with him that much. But yeah, Sam was basically on his own for this argument. We just all shitted on him. And then we basically didn't talk to him anymore after that. So like, when was the Trayvon shit? Like September? Is that when he was like acquitted? When Zimmerman was acquitted? I think it was like September 2013, somewhere around there. That was basically the last we saw of Sam. He rage quitted after that. He cut off communication with us. He may have reappeared once or twice to talk to Mox or something, but that was the last we heard of Sam. Alright, and here we are at the last person. Big Ben. So I think I'm going to keep Alice in C, because I've got 4 in B and 4 in D, so if I you know, I think that's a pretty even distribution if I keep Alice in C. And I like Alice more than I like the 4 people in D. So I think that's fair. So you're probably noticing a trend here that basically all of these people, either they were cringe or they just disagreed with me politically. With the Ben, it's not strictly either. Ben was conservative. I mean, he's from Texas. And his cringe was not on the level of a lot of the people on this list, I would say, but his cringe was definitely there. He also, the way I would put Ben is that he himself doesn't just embody and radiate cringe like a lot of these people do, but he has a lot of cringe moments. He has a lot of epic bruh moments. But what's even worse than his cringe moments, and really what I think is the foundation of those moments, is his bitchiness. He is the bitchiest motherfucker that you will ever meet. I mean, it's bad. He's very, very bitchy. And he has severe anger management issues as well. So Ben was added to the group by Mox. He was added on June 5th, 2015, and then he was removed, if I remember correctly, by Mop on January 23rd, 2019. So, you know, he was in the group for a few years. Less than 4 years. It was like 3.5, right? 2015. Yeah, it's like literally 3.5 years he was in the group. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. For 2015 and 2016, I genuinely liked Ben. He thought I hated him at first, which is funny because I didn't hate him then, but but I really didn't hate him then. When he first got added to the group, 2015, he was cool. He was one of the originals there for the Shit Talk Central videos. The first Shit Talk Central video ever was me, Mop, and Ben. So there's that. And I felt that his contributions to the videos was good, you know? He was more of a supporting role. He wasn't like a main guy like me or Mop. He was just strictly a support role. The thing with Ben, though, is that he quickly, from that point on, degenerated. Well, it wasn't even that quick, because for most of 2016, I think he was cool too. The first sign that I really saw that he was fucked up is that in 2016, when we were doing Pokemon Showdown tournaments during the summer, he got really salty during those. Like, really salty, like, it was bad. And then, but you know, aside from that, the rest of 2016 was pretty smooth. But then 2017 is where it went downhill with Ben, man. I'm gonna put him in C. I think this is fair. So we've got 4, 4, 4, and then like, so yeah, it's like 2 really bad, 2 really good, and then 4, 4, 4 in the descending tiers. So let me erase this question mark, because I do want to put Alice there. Oh no! Fuck. Perfection. Look at that. That was smooth. Alright, so the issues with Ben primarily began, I would say, during the first STC meetup. He was just very bitchy about a lot of things. Mop could probably talk about it more, because I think he was more observant of it, because, you know, it was at his house. But what I observed after the meetup is that Ben's ego got really big, I feel, and he felt that he was entitled toward like a position of authority in the group. Keep in mind, Ben was around in 2010 and then like the beginning of 2011. Then he disappeared right after the release of Pokemon Black and White and didn't come back until 2015 when he was added to STC. So he was gone for 4 years. Just keep that in mind. He was gone for 4 years. Mop and I were here the entire time. We each had, you know, a couple small hiatuses, but nothing that crazy. And, you know, the Ben thought, I don't know if it was, I think it was a combination of being in the first STC videos and then being one of the 3 members at the first meetup in 2017. I think from that he thought that he deserved to be equal to Mop and I. Like, he should be considered the same. And, you know, when you disappear for 4 years, you just haven't earned that. You didn't earn any authority in the group. I made him a mod in the Skype group just as a meme at one point, I think. And he totally betrayed my trust, because he was being a real dick to Cam. This is when he started being a dick to Cam, and a lot of it was just harmless jokes, I think. But, like, in all honesty, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he was oppressing Cam. No, it started off a lot as just harmless jokes. But then I was like, alright, you can't like oppress Cam with this fucking mod. And he was like, alright, I'm not going to. And then it was like every call he would remove Cam for some dumb shit. So it was like, he totally betrayed my trust. Totally lied to me there. Just bitched about everything. Would throw shade at people but couldn't take it. He was literally like Ben, Salty Kingu, probably the worst temper on this list. Either Ben or PGM has the worst temper. I'm inclined to give my vote to Ben for worst temper on the list. His parents do everything for him, hand him everything. Just an incredibly insecure person as well. Fat ass. Yeah, that's about all I can really say. I don't want to talk about him too much, but basically, Mop, and the thing that we really decided to kick him for was that Cam disappeared for a long time in 2018. Like, basically all of fall semester of 2018, Cam was inactive in STC, and then I eventually talked to Cam on Steam, and he was basically like, look, I can't be in that group with Ben. Like, that's the real reason. He was like, Ben's the reason I'm inactive, and he's the reason this wasn't Cam's first period of being, like, weird and, like, avoidant from us, and he was like, I'm being like this just because I don't want to be around Ben, and I've decided that I just can't come back anymore. Why is this not playing? What the fuck? Let me get some fucking Shotgun Willie, fam. What do I want to listen to? Oh, let's put on some Young Cracker to end this off. Unless my internet just shitted itself and it can't load anything. Alright, I guess that's what happened. Alright, internet just shitted itself. But I'm going to finish this off by just saying that Ben was a complete bitch. Bitched about everything. And then he also gets an award for having the worst reaction to being kicked. So he was kicked by Mop. I think he's the only person on this list besides Brad that was kicked by Mop. Let's see, kicked by me, left, kicked by Mop, left, kicked by me, left, kicked by me, left. So yeah, it was really, him and Brad are the only ones that Mop has ever kicked. Mop doesn't, Mop's not that kind of guy. He's easy to get along with. He's not confrontational. So for Mop, if you get kicked by Mop, you fucked up. If you get kicked by me, it's like, you can maybe just be like, all right, Willie's a confrontational guy. If you get kicked by Mop, you're just a bitch. Like, that's the only explanation. You have done something terribly wrong. And yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna end it off with. And the thing with here's what I'll say about him. He just tried way too hard to just suck mine and Mop's dicks. But then he would put down the other members of STC. It's like, dude, you're just trying way too hard, and you're just missing the point. And it was really, he was trying to make the group his and his alone. Like, I want STC to be seen as like, those of us that are in it, it's all of ours. It's cooperation. Ben was really just trying to shape it to be only what he wanted. And if he didn't have his exact vision fulfilled, he would just bitch about whatever the fuck it was. And he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And he was super passive aggressive. Like, the thing is, like, I love drama. If we had a little drama in STC, I would be fine with that. If people were just being upfront and honest and with their intentions. But Ben was a sly motherfucker who was always too pussy to ever be direct, and he would do some passive aggressive shit until he eventually blew up. And then, like, that's the only way you could get him to be direct, is if you just made him fucking explode and start screaming. It's like, that's not what I want either. Like, I just want you to be, like, honest and, you know, fucking have the emotional maturity of someone over the age of 14, you know? But whatever, that's been. So, I think we've got everyone. This is pretty much everyone that has been either kicked or has left. So, to review, S tier lethal, A tier loot. These are the only people on this list who I would consider letting back in. After that, we got B, LD, VG, Gaz, Evan. C, Alice, Eric, Italo, Ben. D, Brad, DD2, Sierra, Sam. F, Mox, and PGM. The 2 grand cringe lords. So yeah, that's the list. Fellow STC members, if you're watching this, let me know what you think. Let me know you would change. Let me know if I made any mistakes. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Thank you for watching.